In its fourth update, Hytale introduced over 500 new blocks. But I've been digging through the code, and I found blocks never before seen that aren't available in any creative menu. Now, before we begin, I want to point out everything you're going to see is work in progress. These are tagged developer items, which means they are not ready for general use. So if you decide to use these in this world, prepare for them to one day break. Without further ado, let's talk about Hytale's secret Cactus update. The first blocks we're going to look at are Cactus blocks. Now, in my opinion, some of these look more like melon than cactus, but they're all amazing. There are 5 varieties to choose from, and they are literally named 1 through 5. Now, you'll see on your screen an info card, which is going to show you the name of the item, what it looks like, and the actual tag you need to put it in. You just need to add some underscores. Or you can check the description of this video to see the item names. Now, before we go any further, if you're liking this kind of content, please feel free to give this video a like and maybe consider subscribing for more information that Hytale isn't showing. So, here we have Cactus blocks 1 through 5. And you can see here Cactus spikes, which aren't on the info card. They can be added to any of these Cactus blocks or placed anywhere in the world. However, right now they don't cause any harm and are considered full blocks in terms of standing on them. As you can see, you kind of float. But that's fine. Like I said, these are all work in progress blocks. Use at your own risk. So if you want to use these, they could be used to make giant cactuses. Maybe you want to put a face on a giant cactus with an interior for some sort of game or some decoration. Whatever you choose to do, it's entirely up to you. But what are cactuses without flowers? First up, we have 3 giant flowers. White, pink, and yellow. These are beautiful, they're big, they're still considered full blocks. So you do in fact walk on top of them. But they could be used to add some really big, bright pops of colour, not just to a desert, but anywhere. And of course, these big flowers have smaller variants. Same again, in white, pink, and yellow. These are cute, beautiful, and work really well on top of some of the cactuses we're going to be looking at shortly. And as you can see, there are also iridescent flowers, a giant version and a small version. If you look in the center of the giant version, it almost looks like a cabbage. So maybe this could be some sort of exotic crop. Now, like I said, these small flowers work really well on top of cactuses, so let's have a look at those. Here we have our first cactus. This is the tall cactus. It has multiple parts to it and can be put together in a variety of combinations to make really unique and interesting shapes. Second, we have the tall, thick cactus. This one works the same way as the tall cactus, but its branches are just that little bit thicker and more girthy. Its colour is slightly darker and gives some really interesting variation. As you can see with these, I put pink flowers on one and yellow on the other. Now, the third type of cactus is flat. We already had a flat cactus in the game. This is another one. They stack together in weird and interesting shapes and appear to have a pink fruit on top, which maybe one day we'll be able to eat. However, unless you want to end up like Sokka from The Last Airbender, maybe don't drink the cactus juice. But these cactuses and flowers aren't the only thing added. We also got hanging succulents. Now, there are 3 varieties in the name 1, 2, and 3. Here's number 1. It looks amazing and will be great for adding interest to cliff sides, inside houses, maybe a shelf with some nice plants hanging down. See, I paired this with the pink flowers from before. Then we have succulent number 2. This is a slightly leafier, more broad kind of variety. It has these longer looking actual stems, although they are all 1 block long. I paired this with the yellow flower and I think it works really well, those tones working together. And finally, succulent number 3. This one has much smaller leaves. I paired it with the white flower for now. I'm not sure what varieties of plants each of these are based on, but I'm sure there is a real world equivalent to each one. But that's all of it. Believe it or not, that was 41 unique blocks added to the game. As you can see, with a little bit of help from a friend, I managed to turn this small area of desert into a cactus oasis. I would love to see what everyone else can do. And if you want to show off what you can do with these plants, feel free to hit me up on Twitter, @ScornedRiver on Twitter, and we'll have some amazing times looking at all this stuff together. But for now, that's it. If you want to learn more about the game and maybe see more things that developers are hiding from us, feel free to hit subscribe. I'll see you next time.